Based on your question, let me talk on the aspect of a teacher. In some of our schools today, what the proprietors or proprietors actually want, some want qualified teachers, but they want to pay less.
Okay.
So they pretend that they don't know that you have the qualification. And they begin by, oh, please just help me. Let's build this business together. We want to help kids. And after you have put in years sincerely trying to help, they now pretend, oh, they cook up another story. If you are that person that has the passion for it, you want to help kids. Some kids don't have the money. So that has been my experience as a teacher. By the grace of God, my first degree, and I went back to study education, seeing that that's the way I want to help my kids in busy Lagos. I was coming from the north. So actually, some schools in Lagos, you just pay for the packaging. You just pay for the packaging. Now, some of these schools, you will write the exam, and the proprietress, she doesn't like what she sees in the outcome of the kids, and they change the results after you, the teacher, have marked, and you've put the result in the envelope, you've sealed it, and they change it behind you, even without you knowing, because that kid must go home with a good result to the parents. So, what you marked and filled in based on the kid's performance throughout the term, the child is going back home with something different. Because if he or she goes back home with that bad result showing performance for the term, next term they will be pulled out to another school.
As a teacher and as a parent, pardon me, let me ask you, who is responsible when the child is not doing well? From your observation, who do you think might be responsible? Is it the child isn't learning properly, or the environment? Like, because someone can absorb that responsibility, right? So is it a school or the child, or maybe even their parents?
Now, if the child is not doing well, by the time you take a child to a new school, the proper thing is that there should be an evaluation on that first day. Evaluate this child. Where is she or he coming from? Now, oh, this person was in another school, 7 years old, basic 3. Now, take that child and let that child be subject to an evaluation that day. The mom or the dad should be waiting for that child, and he's evaluated quickly, maybe just in maths and in English. Test the spellings, test their handwriting, test simple things about mathematics, numeration, and all of that. And mark that evaluation sheet and take it to the parent that's been waiting for about an hour and say, this is how we've graded your child. Oh, overall, maybe this child stands at 65%. You want this child to come in to basic 3 or basic whatsoever. These are the areas we are going to work on this child. But the parent doesn't have to come and say, I must have my child in basic 3, basic 4. Now, if the proprietress sees, oh, money has come and I don't want this one to go, he or she just say, oh, take him or her to whatever class the dad or the mom wants.
Oh,
and that's the beginning of the problem for the teacher. That's the beginning. But if the teacher is the qualified one and stands on his or her feet, and that child is enrolled into that class, I'm saying this because this was my experience.
Okay.
This was my experience. After some time, I do a brush up on you, and you don't give me the results. I get back to the proprietor, the proprietress, and say, you know what we did concerning this child? You brought this child in. We're going to give this child another. I know what I'm doing. I know what I want to achieve in this child. Anybody that meets the child I teach, that person should be able to get the value for his harmony. I don't want to waste the time of that child. It's not about the money. It's about the time.
Okay.
Because the times are very competitive. So
I
took that child back to the proprietor and proprietress and say, we call the parents. The child is not measuring up. We've done everything. The child is not measuring up. I'm doing that on my part because at the end of the term, no parent will tell me that I'm not doing my job. That's why I do that. But the proprietor or the proprietress, oh, the money is going away. And what they do, if that teacher is going to be a stumbling block in grabbing that money, they bring a teacher that can even cheat for that child. I'm talking based on experience. So, for myself, what I just do, I just pulled out. Thank God, I have my own kid. I stay out. I teach my kid. I run my own business.
So you were actually fired?
Business. No, I left.
Oh, you had to.
I
Yeah.
left.
Okay.
I had to leave the system. Oh my God. I don't want to generalize. I don't want to just sound as if I'm the overly righteous one.
No. Certainly not. I'm not even deducing that. Yeah, so there's a system in place.
Education system for some private schools. Of course, I taught all private, 3-4 schools, and I said no. Like, of course, I'm not getting younger. So I go build my business.
Yeah.
Teach my child. Anyone that wants home service, I do that. And also give services free in the church. I teach kids that are struggling with handwriting. I teach free jam lessons, whatever. I do that free.
Wow.
So, no.
Yeah.
I don't know where to
Thank
start.
you so much.
Schools.
Thank you, really. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Joyce.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
And you too. Lagos, Nigeria, I know you can taste what the problem is. Welcome to the show, Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce. It's good to have you on this particular day on radio with us. Hey, welcome. The volume of your radio set.
Hello.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. Happy to get you today again.
Thank you for calling. Tell us your name. You can go ahead.
My name is Joshua. I'm calling you from Agbado.
Okay.
You see, Nigeria have a long way to go. Our government is supposed to be the body that is regulating these private schools that my kids are going to. The books that they gave the children is not even cheap. Small thousands, 23,000. And when I look at the author, the books are not like those ones that we read when we were in primary and in those days. So Nigerian government, I don't know, they are lacking behind. There is a lot of things that they're supposed to be doing. Nobody to regulate these private schools. The corruption in private schools is more than the one that we are seeing now in government school. Anybody can wake up and just go to school and throw it to children. I was just going through some of those textbooks. Nothing meaningful on it.
All right.
So I don't know where this country is going, Joyce. I don't know. Let them wake up and do the right thing so that benefit.
Thank you for calling. I do appreciate it. Thank you.
I just it, my sister. We have a long way to go in this country, honestly speaking.
Thank you. Nigeria Info, the sunny side. My name's Joyce. Welcome to the show. Go ahead. Tell us your name.
Oh, thank you very much for picking my call, Joyce. Good afternoon. My name is James.
Welcome. Good afternoon to you, James. It's good to have you here.
Yeah. Now, you were talking about qualified teachers.
Unqualified.
Or unqualified teachers, pardon me. Okay. Now, I think that is relative because qualification now the government requires the minimum of a national certificate in education, which is NCE, and also a national also degree in education and masters and PhD up to that level. Now this is just the normal requirement for teaching in schools, but we also have to look at other requirements that the teacher needs in terms of skills and in terms of...
Get to it then. Get to it. Tell us what you think the issue is.
Okay. Now, the issue which I would just spot out here is that some of these teachers, some of them stumble into teaching and they don't really have the passion for the job. So the reason why you see unqualified teachers everywhere is because many are not born teachers. They just stumble into the profession. Because I am a teacher, I study music, I study education, and that's what I'm born for. Like I've been teaching for more than 18, going to 20 years. So when you look at those who are teaching, how many are called for this job? Some are just doing it because they are not. It's just the available job, and so there is no passion into it. And that's why you can see teachers when they teach, they don't care the outcome of what these children like. It's so pathetic. I heard that those philosophy that mother is one to cook and father is the one to go to work. These things, I think it can be corrected.
That's not philosophy. That's indoctrination.
Well, that's a cultural philosophy of our own society.
That's indoctrination. That's not education.
Yeah. I know it's indoctrination, but that's the way some of us were built those days. But in this present time, we have corrected those indoctrinations. So now, as somebody mentioned the curriculum, I think the government needs to review the curriculum to reflect the modern day reality. And that's why the other lady that spoke about the private schools, and she was giving much knocks on those private schools, I would disagree with her. The reason is because many of these private schools
She didn't say all of them. She spoke from her experience. So in her private school, something happened to her and she left. You can't disagree with that.
No, I'm not disagreeing with our own, but I'm only disagreeing with the fact that, okay, the old authors, they are more reliable or something of such, that that one is more competent. I don't want her to totally discredit the work of the private schools. How about most of these private schools that are using the British system? Many of these private schools are using British system.
So we're talking about, hold on a second, we're not talking about the qualified people. We're talking about the unqualified people. So this is not lumping everyone together, the good and the bad. No, we're speaking specifically about unqualified teachers. And she raised a very vital point, which is that the reason you would most likely find unqualified teachers in the schools is because, for example, there are books that have been known through our own collective history to be standard because they have gone through rigorous scrutiny. And then there are these other books that haven't been through that level of scrutiny. And so for whatever reason, when they make it into these schools, they teach your children at a very low standard.
Okay, where's the regulatory body then?
You're asking me, you're the teacher.
Yeah, I know. That's what. Now, it's coming back to the same thing we've been saying. Now, look, there's no regulatory body for these things to be addressed in schools. Now, many schools have.
What textbooks do you use? You're a teacher. What textbooks do you use? The local one, or the ones by Nigerian authors, or the ones that have the old ones that we know?
Yeah. I am not in the class. I'm not a classroom teacher.
What are you?
I'm not a classroom teacher. I teach a special subject.
What do you teach?
Music.
Oh, okay.
So I have been in the system, so I know a lot of things.
So you've taught music for 20 years?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
There isn't much of a competition in that aspect of education.
All right. So the point I'm bringing is this, that many of these private schools, I know many of them that have done a very good job. When you look at their curriculum, it's so dynamic.
Yeah, but there are some who've done the bad jobs. We're not talking about the good guys today. We're talking about the bad guys.
That's where the government needs to come in and filter the ones that are not standard and clean it up so that the system will be sanitized for standard. But I think the privates are really giving the best kind of education we know in the 21st century. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling 99.3 Nigeria Info. Wow. Well, thanks to all the teachers who are choosing to be a part of this. Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Hello, welcome to the show. What's your name? Hello, good afternoon to you. My name's Joyce. What's your name? The volume of your radio set.
Hello, Joyce. Good afternoon.
Afternoon. It's good to have you here. Thank you very much for calling.
I'm fine. I'm calling from Idimo.
Thank you for calling, lady.
Yeah, I'm so super happy about this topic today.
Go ahead, lady.
I have two experiences about a lady called in and after the teachers or proprietors, at the end of the day, changed the law for parents and all. And I remembered an incident happened to me while I was in my primary school some 20 years ago. I did a promotional exam to a secondary school, although the secondary school and primary school are in the same compound. And the funny thing is I passed excellently at that matter, and my name didn't come out on the list. Apparently, my result was given to another child.
Oh, wait. This story looks like it runs deep. Hold on a second. I'd like to be off on a break. Would you wait for me? Can you do that?
I will.
Yes.
I will.
Thank you very much. Lagos, Nigeria, we're off on a break. We'll be right back. The sunny side continues after this.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
You don't start this your waka waka, abi?
Good evening, Uncle.
Don't call me that. Huh? Which kind leg you want carry come so?
No vex. No be anyhow waka waka. Na the night show I dey go.
So me no reach to follow you go this night show? Well, wait oh, which kind show be that?
Na the night show. It dey happen for Wazobia TV and Wazobia Max TV with Nedu and Petite every Wednesday by 8 p.m.
I beg you, no carry this grammar, can't give me. Today, now me and you go do this waka.
The Night Show, showing Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on Wazobia TV and Wazobia Max TV, UHF 57 Lagos, DSTV channel 259, GoTV 98, Star Times 195, and Free TV 744. Sponsored by Number.
If you get business, now Rain Money Business Loan sure pass. You no go pay any money for the first 4 weeks. And once you clear the balance, your next loan will reach 99% more money with interest rate way better pass. Just enter internet, type rainmoney.com or call 0700 5000 500. Need money? Rain Money.
The big stories of the morning. We got them ready to roll this one. From the front page of the papers.
Okada riders snatching our wives, protesting Osun police constables.
The headlines.
It's not this out there. FG wants young doctors.
A sneak peek into the stories. All comes under review on The Dailies Today. Join us on The Dailies Today, Monday to Friday, 6:15 to 7 a.m. and 7:30 to 8 a.m. here on 99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info,
your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Hello, I'm with you, and thank you very much for holding on.
Yeah.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Yeah. So I said the entrance exam, I took the entrance exam at my primary 5, although the school had primary 6, but I just took the exam at primary 5, and I passed excellently well. And I didn't even get to know that I passed the exam until the second term, when the VP, apparently it was the VP ACA that swapped my result for another child on. And the VP admin went to paste the list of people that are supposed to be in JS1 that this was some 20 years ago, and my name was on the list. Part of the first 10, my name was there, and my friends then that we wrote the exam together that passed, and their name were on the list, came to me and like, you're not supposed to be in primary 6, you're supposed to be in JS1. What happened? Along the line, my mom got found out that my result was actually swapped for somebody else whose parent was wealthy enough to pay for that. So I felt as a child then, I was about 10 years then, I felt so bad, like, so not that I didn't pass, I actually passed, but my result was sold for somebody that could bid for it. Meanwhile, I was the one that sat and wrote the exam. So when the woman said that these proprietors actually interchange results so that parents of their pupils would be happy just to bring them back the following day, I was able to understand what she was saying because it happened to me, was a personal experience. And I would not, till I finished my secondary school in that same company, that same school, and the man that actually told my result was my mathematics teacher. I never liked him until I graduated my SS3.
So did you go to JSS1 or you remained in primary 6?
I remained in primary 6. I did my primary 6, did the exam, came out with excellent results again, and went to
JSS1. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
But I never liked him because he was my math teacher, so I had to. My mom had to re-enroll me for an own math lesson. That was what helped me.
Just because you were not listening to anything he was saying?
Yes, because of that hurt that I felt for him.
Yeah, I understand that. Thank you so much for calling. I do appreciate it.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Nigeria Info, the sunny side. The lack of qualified teachers and how this is maybe already affecting your children or has affected them. Hello, the sunny side. Good afternoon.
Hey, Joyce, good afternoon.
It's good to have you here. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, my name is Kendi. I'm calling from Ikorodu.
Thank you for calling.
All right, so I think that from the beginning, I absolutely love what that supervisor said. So I remember my days in primary school. We had an excellent,
As a teacher or as a student?
As a student.
Okay.
We had words can show to describe this woman. Magnificent.
Sorry, could you bring that back? What did you say?
I said she was a magnificent woman, my proprietress.
Oh, okay.
Excellent woman.
Okay.
She's dead now, and I feel like the school educational system, because she worked with the Lagos State Education Board, missed a great woman. She was hugely invested in the students. It was Wednesdays were terrifying days because she knew that she was coming for every single person. She checked every single person's work. She checked how well you were doing with your pronunciations, your dictions, the way you spoke, the way you dressed, the way you comported yourself in school. Every Wednesday you knew that if you weren't on top of your game, you were in big trouble. So, and again, I remember that the teachers were terrified of her. I didn't know why then, but now, looking back, I could tell that because she held them to a very, very high standard. I remember my teachers, Ms. Adam, Mr. Karim, these guys were on top of their game. They weren't just teachers because they wanted to be teachers. They were excellent. Then moving on down to secondary school, and then the story changes. My math teacher is in GS1, GS2. She was terrible. I'm sorry.
Terrible, like at teaching or at math?
At teaching. As a teacher, you can actually know the subject and just mindlessly transmit whatever you know to the students without actually getting in depth and breaking it down, to minute bits and pieces. The tiny details that makes the subject
easy to comprehend.
Exactly. She wasn't doing that, and I just showed off. I have to admit this. I ended up having to copy my classmates who were a lot faster than I was. I did pick up multiple in GS3. You see that by then.
But you had to copy just to not fail.
Exactly, just to keep up. And then I get to senior school, and then the story changes. I remember my chemistry teacher. Every single session was explosive. It was something to look forward to. He absolutely made chemistry as simple as possible. Mr. Fadari, I can never forget this man. He did an excellent job. And then, of course, my Yoruba teacher. In school, I could not read Yoruba, I could not write Yoruba. But after I was done with SS1, I could read it. And it was like many, many years from primary school to secondary to GS3, I could not read or write Yoruba. But after one term, I could read it, I could write it, I could understand, I could comprehend what you were saying. For SS3, I absolutely enjoyed the Yoruba classes. I continue to look forward to it. So, from the proprietress to the teachers, if you have a great proprietress, or director or whatever, it's always consistently involved. Not just being sitting on a chair and crossing your legs and waiting for money. Absolutely. If you are involved in every single tiny detail of school's it's not magic. You're fully involved.
The results will be in the children. I think people just want the monetary feedback.
Yeah, you will see the results. Because if the proprietors are involved, no matter what, the teachers have to raise their game. And if the teachers can't cope, you have to let them go and get in better teachers. All of us who were to school, we could tell, even at our young age, we could tell the teachers who had passion for the job and those who were just coming to, my father math teacher says, let's not even go there. He simply came to the class and wrote math on the board and stepped out. How in the world was I going to understand for that math that way? I never passed for that math for once in my life. I could not even understand once a good thing she taught. So if the head of the school, maybe in secondary school, public schools or private schools, whatever, if they pay full attention to what they're doing, and finally,
I do appreciate
it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The sunny side. Hello, good afternoon to you. How are you? If you can hear us, we're with you.
Hello.
The volume of your radio set.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Afternoon to you.
Well done, comrade.
Go ahead.
May God bless you for this topic you brought. I had a problem with my teacher that is teaching my daughter and my son. But there was a problem between my daughter and my wife. 2 times. My wife will do the correction. She said my wife did not make it. 2 times. She wanted to go and report to the principal, but I told her, don't do that before we go enter Facebook and Instagram. So we can't hold this back. So we withdraw my daughter from the school. And one of my brothers called that you are blaming the teachers. what of the people are giving the syllabus and the scheme of work. If they give a teacher that read Poly Manchester that's now teaching my daughter English double major like if you want to pronounce coconut, when my papa told me, the professor in the city told me, my daughter is now pronouncing coconut, cockroach, apple, Edward. Is it good like that? So is he not giving them academic poison? If I carry my wife, I'm going to go test at court for 6 months. Carry my wife, she starts making take charge of my wife's HPOS business. Are you going to blame us? Are we not paying thousands for the proprietors? So they are not using our money to send their children abroad, buy to our God, improve their school, and they cannot employ good teachers that will impart Nigeria, kindergarten, basic, and secondary school. And someone will call and be telling me, say, that my parents that are trying for this hardship, economic situation of this country. Why are you blaming the parents? Okay, me, I'm not getting time.
Thank you.
My children's book about for Sunday. Now my wife. Why are you blaming the parents? Thank you very much.
Thank you. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to the show.
Afternoon, Joyce.
Afternoon to you.
This anonymous, please.
Okay, sure. Just be closer to your mouthpiece, all right?
Yeah.
Great. Go ahead.
We are emphasizing on private school. I want to tell you that the same thing is happening in government school.
Okay. Are you a parent or a teacher? Okay. Go ahead.
I'm a parent.
Okay.
So when my child was in primary school, she usually brings such textbooks that the English, instead of putting it, you see words. I made the teacher one-on-one one of the time and informed her about these things. It's confusion to the children. She apologized that it's from the people that are printing the something. So even now to the secondary school, the same thing is happening. Last week she came back to tell me that there is a particular book, English book, that they said they should bring money to buy. I asked, what's the name of the book? She said, no, that they said they are not selling it in the school. Outside, that is only the school that will provide the book. I said, what's the name of the book? She said the teacher said that they should bring money. It's what they are doing. Just bring money and they will give them anything they printed out and give to them. Do you know the worst of it all? They will tell them, if you don't buy that book, that you are going to fail in your exam. And these children, because of fear and whatever, you see them buying those printed things that they are printing. I mean, it's not helping. Even the government, sometimes the vigilators will come to the school. Do you know what they want them? That if any of them should tell them anything concerning how they are managing the school, that they are going to be expelled. So for that reason, the children will keep quiet. They will come and ask them, how your teachers doing? They'll say, fine. They are teaching you, they say, fine. Anything, they say, good.
Wow.
So I don't know how
what class is your daughter in?
Right now, she's in GSS 3. GS3. So the thing is affecting them. Sometimes she will come home with a math book, and the way the teacher solved the math, if she solved her own, even if arrived to the answer, correct answer, is only that one that the teacher gave. The way, the method, that's what they want. So the thing is, seriously, I don't understand. I don't understand this country. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. Well, we should talk about methods of answering questions in Nigeria. Hi, good afternoon to you. How are you? The volume of your radio set.
Hello, Joyce. Good afternoon.
Afternoon. Thank you very much for calling. Tell us your name. You can go.
Please, I'd like to remain anonymous.
Thank you very much.
Hello?
I'm with you. We're with you. Please go ahead.
There are so many people have called, so many teachers, so many people have called, and they've said a lot of things. I want to take some issues that bring up some issues that some people have said. There was somebody that said about the NCE, that NCE teachers are not qualified. Well, with due respect to the person that called and said that. There are NCE and there are NCE.
Nobody said that.
There are NCE and there are NCE.
Nobody said that you were not qualified. Hold on a second. Are you a teacher, proprietress, mother?
Hold on, I'll let you know.
No. But we need that to put what you say into context. You're not telling us your name. You're a teacher. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
You see, the beginning of teaching has to do with grade 2. That is the beginning. Any teacher that started as a grade 2 teacher will actually know the meaning of a teacher. What do you mean by saying that word teacher? That T there stands for teaching. E there stands for education. The A in that teaching stands for you to assist the child. The C there stands for you to change the child and make him know that he is to become somebody in future. The H there stands that you should help the child. And the other E stands for what? You try to educate the child. And the R, the last word there, stands for you to be able to rule and be able to let this child know at the end, when he's going to school, he'll be able to rule and do certain things well. So that is it. If you are grade 2, a qualified NCE, you will know the actual meaning of being the right teacher.
That didn't happen, did it? So I think the last caller only just called to defend her certificate. That's not the conversation. Feels like a teacher's contest. Oh, wow. Okay. Welcome to the show, Nigeria Info. It's good to have you here. Make it back. My name's Joyce. Good afternoon to you. The sunny side. Good afternoon. Hello. How are you?
Hello.
I'm sorry. If you can hear me, well, there's a little glitch. Hello. Can you hear me? The volume of your radio set.
Yeah. Hello, Joyce. Good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. Thank you for calling.
You calling from Badagry Expressway.
Thank you.
Joyce, let me shock you.
Uh-oh. Turn off your radio. Turn off your radio first of all.
I have done it. My radio is off.
Great. Thank you. Go ahead.
Have you heard she have a car? She have a car. And it was marked good. I asked the little girl, who marked this thing? He said, now their auntie. I said, I called the mommy. It's better you draw your kid from that private school. That's number one.
Are you a father? Are you a father?
Yes.
Oh.
So when I was staying with my brother, though he's late now. So his first daughter came back. That I think it was she should be in primary 3. So after exams, she came back with her script because the dad is just a busy type. So I was going through her script. I saw a particular question and she got it right. I called her, come. How did you get this thing? She said, Uncle Nani. I said, shut up. You can't, even primary 6 cannot solve this problem. Because she always afraid. She said, Uncle, my uncle. My uncle write them for board. We copy him. I said, how can you need this is secondary school work, not even primary 6 work? I told the mom, to better withdraw this girl because
why do you want them to withdraw her if she's learning in primary 6 what she would normally learn in JS1?
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. Expo, they don't allow them, at least they are giving what they cannot be able to solve. Just to say they are doing well. They are doing more than, as they are trying to promote.
Yeah, but you don't know that. I understand your suspicion, but I mean, until that's proven, you can't assume on suspicion. Well, you cannot act on suspicion. You're supposed to interrogate suspicion.
But what I'm trying to say, that particular work, is beyond that small girl.
Yeah, but what if she knows it because she's been taught?
There's no way. That work is more than her. That work is more than her.
You're the one using small eye to look at her. Maybe she knows it. Maybe her teacher is good.
I know the little girl I'm staying with. That work, that secondary school work. So I say no. This work is big. Mathematics for that matter. I say no. At least you must know the basic before you go to the secondary aspect of it. So that's by the way. Recently, I went somewhere to submit my CV. So when you submit your CV, you write a test. After test, we go for oral interview. So one guy asked me, according to him, he said he graduated from one of the federal polytechnics. He said, bro, so let me ask you a question. There is this particular English our lecturer said is strong. I said, what is it? He said, I went to his house yesterday. That the lecturer said you can't use past tense in a particular sentence twice. I said, what's wrong with the statement? He said that lecturer said that statement is wrong. I said it's not true. There's no way a lecturer would say that statement is not correct. And that's the correct this thing. To be honest, we have to gather. We debated over it. I said, bros, that lecturer don't supposed to be in a lecture. She's not supposed to be a lecturer. So what am I saying? There's many things to be done. Even here now, close to me, because they in Miami, close to me, there's private school here. Joyce, nothing. Sometimes I will do my homework. I intentionally fair one. When they reach there, they will mark it right.
Oh.
I'm telling the truth. I told the guy this one is wrong, but let's see what will happen. In as much as homework, everything good.
Oh wow.
So it's bad. It's bad. Thank you very much.
Wow. The sunny side, 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're going to entertain a few more conversations on this one. Hey, how are the volume of your radio set? Hello? Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Yes, my name is Kingsley.
Welcome, Kingsley. Thank you for calling. Go ahead.
Okay.
Turn off your radio. Turn off your radio.
For the school system, can you hear me, ma?
Yes.
It's just like security work.
Wow.
So the Oga will employ you, they no care for you. Then go put you for outside, you will face it. Ma, for me, now the system. Because now, if you employ worker, your worker no drink water. So, for me, it just they show that person how to go in the negative side. Because that school of 18 now, those teachers, then they all grow, they no be rich men, now poor men. For life alive, they are hungry. They find ways to just get food to chop. Not the way anybody go tell anybody. Let all these people that employ people to take care of their workers. The corruption no good day.
Oh, I see your point.
That's from you.
Yeah.
Anything we person talk go left, talk go right, make them take care of their workers. All these things, you know, go sham again. Workers are suffering. People go trek. And you don't know about tomorrow, I go take rich. Food, no water. Like me, I work in my guy get money, but if you beg him for money, you go be like say he won't kill him. He go to suffer the work. It's very annoying. Let nobody tell me all these ones. Thank you, Ma. I like your work.
Thank you. Thank you very much for calling. And this is also another aspect one of the callers actually raised earlier on. Nigeria Info. Welcome to the show. Make it back. My name's Joyce. What's your name? Hello.
Hello.
Afternoon. Thank you very much for being here.
Afternoon.
Tell us your name. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Joyce. I would like to remain anonymous.
Okay.
Then I'm talking from the point of a mother.
Okay.
Experience.
Great.
My two children, the first went to a private school, the second went to a public school. So I think I will say I know what I'm going to say, and I think I understand a little bit.
Okay.
Because of what happened to my first daughter, my first child, at the private school, I decided that the second one is not going to government. No, my daughter finished as an NCE graduate.
Your daughter finished as what?
NCE. She went to NCE.
Okay, fantastic.
Before, she's now at UNILAG for the degree.
Okay.
Before the crisis of ASU.
Okay.
At times, there are some mistakes we parents do. When it's not all the NCE that are not good. Some are good. Because my daughter wants to teach, and the NCI is not in Lagos, Nigerian Teachers Institute. My husband said, okay, you go and do NCI, because that is where the rudiment of education starts from. Joyce, will I shock you one thing? When my daughter was doing a TP, that is teaching practice, when she was at the SPE, do you know what? People from university came to the school. She did TP from from university, my daughter trusted them. All the teachers, in government school, all the teachers there, they're just looking. If you, as an NCE, you can comport yourself, you can do this. We wonder, when my daughter was going, when we finished the CP, I'm telling you, the gift she received. What am I trying to say? If you said NCA are not working, you know, it's all this system in this country. Before, if you want to be a teacher, you will start from grade 3.
Okay.
Before moving to NCA. Then, the bed, university. But because of the system, the policy, that is why to get the best for our children in the school, we will not. You know, some of them, it's not that they want to go, they want to read education, but because maybe they are cut off, maybe this, maybe that.
Yeah.
Should you go for NC? They say, okay, at least Harvard is better now. Just let me just to have a certificate. If the government can make sure that if you want to go and study education, the cutoff they give medicine is what they are giving the education that want to go and read.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Joyce, you will get the best. I'm telling you.
Okay.
You know, when my daughter finished, and I'm living around the Ikorodu, she said, okay, before she would go for her bed, let her just do a year so that she has a working experience. You know, the school she went to around my area, they said they are going to give her 10,000 naira. 10,000 naira.
Has she, at that point, she had gotten her NCE certificate?
Exactly. And you want that kind of a person to teach very well. That is where the welfare, in this private school. My daughter said, me, I will sit down with mommy. You with my daddy, be feeding me. Before she now went to another school that they are paying her 28,000 naira now.
All right.
So you see where the problem lies now. Look at the angle. Your daughter and your child, they will say, okay, give her double promotion. When my children are in school, they advise me. The teachers advise me. I said, I'm the one paying, their primary school. I'm the one paying. Shebi, you did not help me pay. I beg. Let them. Step by step.
Thank you.
Because I know it's going to affect them in the future.
Yeah.
Concerning the, what do they call it, their textbook, all the schools, the primary that my children went to in the nursery.
Pardon me. I have to be off on a break at this point.
Okay, I'll call back.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Lagos, Nigeria, we're off on a break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. The number one talk station of Lagos is closer to you than ever.
Join the conversation online or on the go.
Be part of the Info family on our user.
And I want to assume that you would run because I want to give the listeners context for the conversation.
In 2019, you were running mate to Atiku Abubakar. What did you learn then that you will not repeat this time?
Yes, when is the president coming out to address us?
There's a few things. One, I have a burden and a passion for young people.
The fact that you have elected a man does not mean then you begin to order him around. The president will do whatever is good for the country at any given time.
Mr. Adeshino, isn't the president responsible to the people?
What should the next president do to root out stakeholders who are complicit?
You fire those that need to be fired get fired. It's looking like a brand new Chelsea, attacking with so much fluidity. And what can you say about that, Martin? I know you follow Chelsea quite closely.
I live close to the Chelsea training ground. That's what you mean by that. I'm not.